we've been talking about our fingers and how each finger represents an element, and so this is taking us deeper into our understanding of mudras and hand placements, and I'll reference this later after we get through this part of the series here, but just to reflect. And if you've missed any of these videos and you're vibing with them, they're connecting with you, I have a YouTube channel, Yoga with Shauna, and I just started it, so I have 0 followers. It's awesome. So if you want to rewatch any of the videos that you may have missed, we've talked about the fire element, which is the thumb, and then the index finger, which is the air element, and today we're going to talk about the middle finger. I'm going to try my hardest not to flip you off, but I am going to get spiritual with the meaning of flipping someone off today. And so the middle finger is correlated and connects to the element of space. And I think that that is actually really cool to think about, because space is so far away from us. We're thinking about the planets, we're thinking about the stars, we're thinking about the moon, we're thinking about the sun. We're thinking about all these really, really powerful components that without them, our planet wouldn't exist, and without our planet, we wouldn't exist. So we're thinking about the order, the perfect order, yet chaos that exists above our heads. I'm not talking heaven or hell here. I'm talking literally science. Look in a telescope and see the planetary forces that exist in our waters, in our oceans, our bodies of waters, the waters within our body, the cycles that we physically and mentally go through as related to space and the elements and the planets that are above our head. And so the middle finger represents this element of space. And so what do we do with our middle finger? Well, it's obvious. We only use it for one purpose only, and the purpose is to flip someone off or to say F you or F it to something that doesn't serve us. But if we come back to the definition of space, which is expansiveness and open-mindedness and being bigger than ourselves, then we realize that when we say F you or we do the mudra of flipping someone off, we are limiting ourselves. And so if you get the urge to say fuck it or F you to someone, I challenge you to think about it. Why are we saying that? Is it because this person is making us feel an emotion that is uncomfortable? We just want to walk away from it. And then know how the sun doesn't walk away from the moon and Venus doesn't flip off Saturn. They work together. May there be a lot of space between them, but they work together. And they're expansive and they're able to allow life to exist on this planet that we live in. And so the next time that you want to say fuck you to someone, maybe think about it more spiritually. Maybe instead of closing your mind and limiting and judging something or someone because it's different than what you want or what you think or what you believe or what you are, think of the stars, think of the moon, think of the space element, and ask you to be expansive. And yes, this energy may not serve you, the person or the being or the situation that you are saying F it to, but it exists. And all things must exist for us to exist right here and now. So curse words can be spiritual. Think about how many times you flip people off. Think about how many times you say that word. Think about your index, your middle finger, is also the biggest finger. It's the longest finger, and so it stands out the most, and so it's the most important in terms of shape and noticing things. And the most important thing that we can arguably do is be open-minded and accepting of all things, and note that we are so much bigger than this body and this small experience, the small yet large experience that we are having here. There's so much more above us, and that when we continue to think in that way and we become more accepting and open-minded, life becomes more peaceful. And then it correlates and helps with the other two elements here. We inspire others by thinking this way, and we feel the warmth instead of getting burnt by it. And also, we're able to be nurtured by, wow, things are so different. There's so much. It's not just little Shauna hanging out in San Diego, right? And it brings us that bigness that really helps us then define love and personally helps us evolve. So that's the middle finger done spiritually.